If there's one thing in the world I cannot fucking stand, it is a cheap bitch. And I saw this thing recently that's like, cheap people will be cheap not just with their money, but with their time, attention, this and that. And I think that is so fucking true. Story time about this girl that I'm looking no longer friends with because of how fucking cheap and annoying she was. Okay, for context, leading up to the incident that pushed me over the edge, it was her birthday. And listen, I'm down to spend on someone's birthday. Me and her were good friends, and there's a lot of anxiety around coming around birthdays. I'm always gonna be there for you on your birthday, if we're friends. Mind you, she picked this restaurant. It was like an hour away. It was really far. It was very inconvenient. It was in Brooklyn. She didn't even live in Brooklyn. She felt like she was just doing this to like be quirky, but I was like, you know, whatever. It was like $120 Uber for me personally from where I live to go to the dinner, but still, that's like my cost, you know, whatever. I go to the dinner. I wasn't drinking. I was coming off a sickness, so I had to be dry, but I obviously expected everyone else to be drinking and still split the bill evenly and treat her to her, it's her birthday dinner, you know, I didn't have a problem with that. That being said, I feel like 2, maybe even 3 rounds of drinks is one thing, but people were having 5 rounds. Some people had 6 rounds of drinks at this dinner, okay? And they were ordering shots. Even so, whatever, happy to do it. It's her birthday, paid the bill. I went home, spent another $100. So it was, and the bill came out to be like $300. So I spent about $500 total on her birthday dinner. And I got her a small gift, so I spent at least $500 on her. Then a couple weeks later, our mutual friend is coming to visit from DC, and she wants to get dinner, the 3 of us. And she told me she wants to go out and like have a whole night. And I'm like, yes, like let's plan dinner.
$500 on a birthday dinner. It's mad. Absolutely outrageous. $500, $1,000, $500 on some food and some drinks. $120 to get from one place to the restaurant in an Uber. $120. I can't get my head around it.
My friend that's visiting wants to have dinner on Friday night because she has this like long-term boyfriend, and she said she wanted to go out with us in New York, this and that. And I agree, and my other friend that she won agrees. So this poor girl who's visiting ends up booking the dinner reservation when it really should have been one of us, but she makes the reservation for like, I don't know, like 8 o'clock or something like that. And literally 2 days before the dinner, the cheap girl friend goes, no, can we actually do it earlier at like 7 p.m. or like 6:30 p.m. because I'm running a half marathon that weekend. I wouldn't really think anything of this, but she always does this shit. Every plan, I feel like she would deliberately like change it because of something she had to do, and this excuse sounded legitimate, so I was like, okay, but I just had a feeling like this was like a bad omen. So we changed the reservation to early, and I'm thinking, what are me and this other girl gonna do from 6:30 p.m. when the bars and stuff won't get good until 11? Like, that's kind of inconvenient for us, but fine. The day rolls around and the girl's like, sorry, 6:30 is too early, can we change it back to 9? Like, I'm caught up with work. Everything has to be around her. She is like, I think cheap people are very selfish, but again, oh my god, fine. So we change it to 9. We finally meet up at this dinner. She always also does this thing where whenever we go to dinner, she's like, I already ate, and then we'll sit down, which is also so rude. You know we have dinner, why would you already eat? Then she sits down and proceeds to like order stuff on the menu, being like giving her input on stuff on the menu, and I'm like, you said you weren't eating, like why are you giving this input? Which is exactly what she did. And then I'm like, dude, are you eating or not? Because we're gonna order for 2 people or we're gonna order for 3. I'm fucking starving, okay? And she was like, no, I'm not eating. And then everything that would come out, she would like eat like more than half of it. And it would be one thing if this happened one time, but it's like her MO. Like everyone says that she does this. It's crazy that that's your reputation. Oh, and I also asked her at the dinner, like, oh, what time's the half marathon tomorrow? Bitch, it was on Sunday. We were having dinner Friday night. You can't have dinner at 9 p.m. on a Friday night because of the half marathon you're running on Sunday. Anywho, we're done eating. She probably ate the most out of any of us, and when the time comes where they put the bill on the table, some guy comes over that she ran into, and she's kind of talking to him on the side. And so me and my friend put our cards down, and she was like looking this way, and the waiter comes and takes the bill with just me and her card, and the guy goes away, and she looks back, she sees she didn't put her card down, and she's like, oh, and I'm like, get your ass up. The man's right there with the card reader. She's like, oh, I thought maybe because of my birthday, like you guys were gonna treat me. Bitch, I already fucking treated you $500 2 weeks ago. Okay, this had me fuming. Eventually we forced her to pay the bill. Mind you, my birthday's like a month later. She didn't get me a gift. She didn't even show up to my fucking dinner. She said she had fucking other plans. She's selfish.
Yeah, she didn't sound like a good person, so on purposely just avoiding the bill because I knew it was coming. And then when it's her birthday a month later, she's nowhere to be seen. That is just a definition of just being ungrateful. And to be honest, it's probably a good thing that she's had a friend go, because you don't want people like that in your life.
Send in your videos to be featured on our channel. Thanks for watching awesome videos. Like and follow.